Trace.
And I'm Sam.
And we're going the distance. And this is From Our Perspective. It's the 76th episode of From Our Perspective for those of you who are keeping count along at home.
We actually had it ready this time, I guess.
Yep, this time. But yeah, how you doing, bud?
I'm good, I guess.
Got a little bit of a cold, I can hear.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's coronavirus, but it's fine.
It's okay. You know, I mean, you said you were like, because I texted you.
Well, my brother has it. My mom has it, I think, and I think I have it, so.
You're just saying that you all are sick.
Yeah, it's eating up our house.
Your dad's like exercising you all like demons. He's like,
yeah.
Stay back.
He's got holy water. He's
got holy water. He's got his cross. Anytime you walk near him, he sprinkles you with it, and you hiss and run away.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I went and got tested for COVID.
Yeah.
Recently because someone in my family has it, and I was in contact with them before we knew what it was. So I went and got tested. I'm under quarantine until the 17th by order of the health department. And let me tell you, that is unpleasant. The whole testing thing.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant quarantine. I was like, baby, I've been doing that for a while.
But you like it.
I do.
You like being alone. It's like this weird thing that, like, you know, I didn't really go out and do a whole lot beforehand.
It's the fact that you can't?
It's the fact that I'm being told I can't. And I feel like I've talked about this before.
That's
like when it started to really get bad in America, the first time in our state was like, everyone stay at home unless you need to go out. And I was like, and I feel like I said, it's the fact that I can't do anything that's making me.
Yeah, making you all batty, so to speak.
Well, I'm not. It's just like the days are a lot slower, stuff like that. But the whole testing process really sucks, let me tell you.
Yeah, they shoved that thing up there, right?
Well, I didn't know that that's what they do to test you for the flu, because my cousin said, I was like, I went and got tested today, and he goes, oh, yeah? They do that thing, they do like the flu test, and I was like, that's what they do to you for the flu? They shove something so far up your nose that you think your eyeball is going to pop out? And he goes, yeah.
I think that's right. I feel like I've maybe had that before. I don't know. Beats me.
I mean, me and you have already talked about this, so I won't sit here and, you know, bore you.
What else is new?
Literally nothing.
Well, that's how it's going to be.
Forever. You know, I'm trying to read more.
Become a man of culture. That's
the hope. Bought 3 books relatively recently. I know I've already showed you these, but I got Dante's The Divine Comedy.
How funny is it so far?
Dude, I'm laughing so much. Every page is a gut buster.
Yeah.
I got The Complete Works of Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
I'm spooked when I read those.
Yeah.
I'm sitting up late at night, quivering.
You're under your blanket and you're making that cartoon shivering noise.
My teeth are chattering. There's like this raven now who just like sits on my perch and says nevermore. I think I'm going crazy.
You hear the pounding.
The telltale heart beats soft in its grave, you know.
Yeah, his crazy eye and whatnot.
Yeah, I read the Telltale Heart, and then I killed an old man because his eye freaked me out. And I said, wait, didn't I just read a story like this?
Wait, this seems familiar. Deja vu much?
I like how it turned into like a little bit of a comedy moment where I'm like, is this what I read earlier? Like I'm like a little scamp.
You're digging under the floorboards, and you're like, wait, this seems very familiar.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I just read that dang old book.
Did I just read that? And I also got a collection of tales from, I almost said L. Ron Hubbard, H.P. Lovecraft.
Why don't you get a happy book? These are a bunch of downers.
Because I'm brooding. It's not a phase.
I'm an intellectual, and I'm brooding, and I read scary things that make me sad and existentially scared.
Well, the thing is this, of course, was before anyone in my family was sick. We all went out with proper precautions and went shopping. And we went to a Barnes and Noble, and I saw, I went in looking for a specific graphic novel, The Adventure Zone. Shout out.
Shout out to the Adventure Zone.
Love that podcast. Love those books. And I was just kind of browsing after that because I found it relatively quickly, and my mom and my sister were browsing.
You were thumbing through the dictionaries.
Yeah, because I'm an intellectual. I had walked in the moment I walked in, like my clothes that I was wearing disappeared, and I was just in like a turtleneck.
Yeah,
and
you had
slacks, and I had a pipe.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, and my glasses were different, like they were more like spectacles.
Yeah.
And my hair was cut very nicely.
It's it kind of slicked back a little.
And I said,
I think I will peruse your literature.
But I saw this table, and it was like, Barnes & Noble exclusives.
That's why I always buy the Barnes & Noble game systems for their great exclusives.
Yeah, they have great exclusives.
They have great exclusive titles.
I don't know how they managed to sign on, the Edgar Allan Poe estate, but they got him, and now PlayStation and Xbox are screwed. It was just like classic books, or it might have been a classics table.
But C.S. Lewis is only on Xbox, so it's like...
Yeah. There's like a trade-off thing.
Yeah.
So it was like a classics table, and there were there's like Frankenstein and Dracula, a whole bunch of stuff like that. So I was just looking around, and I was like, they were all like $8, and they're all pretty thick books. And I was like, that's crazy good for books and like authors that I've heard about but am not incredibly familiar with.
Yeah.
Like Poe, I'm familiar with his popular things.
I've read some H.P. Lovecraft. They're pretty good.
I think I've read one of his stories, and I've heard of Dante's Inferno like multiple times.
Yeah.
So I was like, these three are like the biggest ones on this table that I really care to read. And maybe, when I'm feeling good, I'll go back to Barnes & Noble and pick up another one.
Same copy? That seems...
Yeah, I'll go pick up all three of the same things just to like have them. Here's the thing. Whenever I read a book once, I never... Like, even if I want to read it again, I have to buy another copy. Yeah. Because I feel like rereading it is basically piracy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
download a book.
You would.
Except you would.
Except for you would, and you can.
And I have.
Not
illegally, of course.
No. But I have to buy a new copy. And I do that with like, when one of my professors is like, reread chapter 12 of this textbook. I say, great. Now I have to spend another $300 on a textbook.
I've got about 7 textbooks for each class.
I've got 7 copies of Biology 101. It just feels wrong. I feel like I'm stealing.
Yeah. Have you read any of the H.P. Lovecraft from your book?
Not yet. I'm focused on Dante right now.
Gotcha. But when you get to it, I would suggest Dunwich Horror. That one's really good. I really like that one.
I think since I've showed you it, I think we talked about... I think I said that one was in there. I think it's like 20 of his stories.
I mean, it's one of his more famous ones.
Yeah, that one, Call of Cthulhu, and I think, what is it, Mountains of Madness?
Yeah, that one's a little longer.
Yeah, but those... I hadn't heard of Dunwich Horror, but the other two I had heard of before.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu is just so popular.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm going to have to be a hipster while reading it. Like, this one's the cool one, so I don't like it.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I didn't like Call of Cthulhu as much as some of his other ones.
Oh, Sam's this type of guy.
Hey, I'm not saying it's the worst one or anything. I'm just saying I did like Dunwich Horror and Shadow Over Innsmouth more than Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, okay, sure, buddy.
And those are 2 other popular ones, so that's not that hipstery.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and hop right into our topic. Cause
it has nothing to do with literature. In fact, it's probably the most trashy thing.
I don't know. I feel like we could get a little bit more trashy,
Oh,
but
we
I see
could.
what you're saying.
Yeah, it's kind of on the other end of
Yeah, it is on the other end of entertainment,
art.
but I don't even. I think you have to say entertainment because even implying that this is some form of art,
Devalues art in general.
it devalues everything. Not even just art, like literally everything.
My life is worse now.
The American dollar is devalued. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a little show called My Strange Addiction. Comes from the esteemed channel TLC. And I know everyone has talked about how the fact that TLC is called the Learning Channel doesn't,
Is it really? Is it really the Learning Channel? I don't think it is.
it's really the Learning Channel.
I don't think it is.
Like, you don't believe me, or are you saying that like you don't see
It does
why?
stand for the Learning Channel. Why?
Had you not known that?
Is TLC defined cable television. Why is it the Learning Channel?
I think it's kind of like an MTV thing, where originally MTV was literally it's music TV.
Well, I guess that's true. I mean, Discovery Channel certainly has changed.
And the
It
History
used to be about
Channel
science.
is now just conspiracy
Aliens.
theories and Pawn Stars, which I think Pawn Stars might be gone now.
Rest in peace.
Rip. What was the old guy's name?
I don't know, but rest
Big
in
Daddy.
peace, that guy. Big Papa.
I did like him a lot.
Yeah, of course.
But all cable TV in general has mostly just turned into reality shows.
Because apparently humanity is the worst.
Humanity sucks.
We are in the worst timeline.
But the best channel for shitty content is the Learning Channel. You got
Yes.
90 Day Fiance, My Strange Addiction, the Honey Boo Boo Show.
Oh God.
Crazy reality shows.
And we're just gonna talk about the weirdest addictions that were featured on the show.
And of course, this is all lighthearted. We're not trying to like devalue these people as humans necessarily. But the situations that they live in are
Strange.
funny. Oh, well, yeah, strange as well. But so we're not trying to devalue them. We're just making fun of them.
I mean, you know what? I would fully expect someone to make fun of me if I did. And I guess I'll start. I would expect someone to make fun of me if I say ate drywall.
Oh, see, yeah, I never get these. The ones where you eat things that shouldn't be eaten, because there has to be that moment that clicks where you're like, that looks good,
Yeah.
and you pop it into your mouth. It was built up. You're sitting there and you're like, God, that drywall looks so good.
Oh, it's so yummy.
So yummy, but I can't. People will make fun of me.
That's so taboo. And then you go, and then part of your brain goes, come on.
Do it. And then you're like,
Just
no.
do it.
But then eventually, like a month or two later, when you're
You
like,
just flying leap at the wall with your mouth open and chomp into it.
yeah, bite a big old cartoon bite out of it.
Yeah, it's like
Here's the
chomp.
other thing I want to say. I feel a little better, poking fun when these people were willing to go on national TV.
Yeah, I mean, they already ousted themselves.
They're obviously not ashamed of what they do, and I'm proud of them for that.
Yeah, I guess eat drywall if you want to. Just,
It's a free country. Do whatever the hell you want to do.
I mean, it's not hurting anyone if they eat drywall. other
I
than
think it might be
themselves.
hurting. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it might be hurting themselves.
Yeah. Oh well.
I always love though watching these shows when they like, because that they force these people to like go talk to their doctor and tell them.
Yeah, well, they pay them.
Well, yeah, they pay them. They say go talk to your doctor and tell him for the first time that you
Just
eat drywall.
Look that medical professional in the eye and tell them that you eat drywall.
And you can always tell that the doctors are like, okay. And I love how all the time they're like, if you keep doing this, you will die. And they're
Yeah.
like, I just,
I don't know if it's worth it. I would rather die than stop eating drywall.
I love drywall so much. Does it delve into this person a little bit on your article?
Well, she just grabs drywall off the walls. Like she'll just punch into the wall and grab it and eat it.
Why not just like buy
No,
like a sheet of drywall at the store?
It has to be wall drywall.
It has to be fresh. It has to have paint on it.
No, it has to be old drywall. It can't be fresh.
Oh, that's yeah.
Now here's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't feel like this is worse than another one that I saw while I was over at my friend Max's house.
Uh-huh.
I saw someone eat sand.
I don't know. I think drywall's worse.
Hold on. She said she liked the crunch of it. Think of like the grainy sand in your mouth and you're like,
I mean,
don't you dare say I get that. I understand.
I don't get it.
I too eat sand, says Trace.
I get it. I eat sand. I shovel sand directly into my mouth. That's why I don't like going to beaches, because I don't have self-control.
Yeah, you'll just eat the whole beach.
I will.
And then nobody can have any fun.
I've gotten kicked out of so many beaches because I would just eat kids' sandcastles.
Yeah.
I get it more than drywall.
Okay, I guess so. We'll put it at 11. What's your next one?
Well, I'll say this real quick. I've been on a beach and like we've packed food, and just by happenstance, the moment you step on a beach, there's sand everywhere already.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's already all over you. It's already in your hair. Like we've packed food and I've pulled out a sandwich and sand has gotten on it. It doesn't taste like anything. And, it's not like there's got to be chemicals in drywall is what I'm saying. So I would rather eat sand than drywall. My first one.
Yeah.
This one's, I think, might already have the crown because it's so, it's like, never in a million years could you guess that this is someone's thing. Body casting.
What?
If a bone breaks, then a cast is a relatively common way to make sure that it heals correctly.
Oh.
Kevin, 27, has taken this. That's not like a username. That's his age.
Kevin, 27. Lowercase x, capital X, underscore, Kevin, 27, underscore, capital X, lowercase x.
Yeah.
69, 420.
XX Kevin, XX. Kevin, 27, XX, 69, 420. Now, Kevin has taken this to the extreme. In his words, I don't have any broken bones, but I'm addicted to putting orthopedic casts on my body.
How could that happen?
I don't
Did he
know.
break his arm one time and then maybe he got like a lot of attention for it?
This involves putting a cast on himself and often going out into public where he loves seeing, that gawk look. So I guess he likes the attention.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So
Kevin
he broke his arm one time. He got a cast on it. Everybody gave him a lot of attention, wrote on it. And then he was like, oh, hey, if I act like I have broken limbs, people pay attention to me.
Well, it's literally like this picture of him is, at least from the waist up, his entire torso, neck, and arms, all the way down to his wrists are...
Trace, I was going to ask if he looks like that guy from that one SpongeBob episode where his skin is made of paper and
his bones are made of glass. Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like that.
Well, he doesn't have anything on his head. He looks just like...
Does he have his leg up?
He looks like a mummy.
I'd probably think he was dressed as a mummy before I thought he had a full body cast.
Yeah, like at first you'd be like, oh, there's a guy dressed as a mummy. And then you're like, oh, he's like, none of his limbs are moving. His arms are permanently stuck in the up position. Kevin admits his cast addiction has caused complications in his life, including leading to him and his fiancée splitting. It doesn't stop at an arm or a leg either, having spent over $50,000 on supplies.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah?
Okay. Did it say when this started?
No, sadly it doesn't say.
Okay. I was going to say, if it started before they met and she got to fiancé before she left him over this, that's strange in and of itself.
I mean, I guess I would say that it probably started before, because unless I have been lucky enough to go 19 years without breaking a bone, so maybe the first time I'll do it, I'll be like, Man, I love all these people like signing my arm.
Yeah, it's great. And then you'll be addicted to it.
I would have to say that this has been like a thing that because there are those like do you remember it was specifically like those kind of white trash girls who always had some sort of knee brace on in high school.
I mean, I don't want to say anything about that, because what if they actually had a knee problem?
Well, I don't want to say, I'm not saying like everyone, but there were a lot, like when it's not just a knee brace, when it's literally just like an ace bandage. Did you ever see that?
I guess I didn't pay attention.
There were girls that I saw that
Trace loves to look at people's knees.
I just, that's my strange addiction, knees.
Trace looks at their knees and he goes, "That's the bee's knees."
I don't even know what to say to that.
He says, "That's a good knee." And he kisses his fingers and goes, "Beautiful. Good knee. The bee's knees."
Oh, do you think I'd be pepper sprayed if I started doing that in public?
Absolutely. If you walked up to a woman, looked at her knees, and went, "Those are some wonderful knees." Bee's knees.
She'd probably just shoot me.
Kick you in the crotch. She knees you in the crotch, and you're like, "Oh, that's what I like."
It's not a kink. unless you think this guy Kevin 27 is like sexually attracted to women in casts.
I mean, he might be.
Who knows? What's your next one?
My next one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just quickly hit this one because it's very similar to my last one.
Okay.
Eating toilet paper. It's kind of the same deal. And I guess I'll hit... I mean, this next one I feel like merits a little bit more discussion.
Okay.
Eating couch cushions.
See, I've got one on mine. There's a lot of eating. It's a lot of eating things that you shouldn't.
Okay. Stop eating things that aren't food.
Stop eating things that have chemicals.
A couch cushion. Okay, here's the question, though.
Well,
That's
here's
a
one.
lot harder to accidentally eat one time.
That is a you sit on a couch cushion and you say, "Man, this texture really feels like it would."
This is so soft. I wonder if it's this soft in my mouth.
No. Oh, it is.
Oh, That's great.
Here's
Yum,
one on
yum.
my list. Since we're like quick balling through the eating things, eating mattresses. Now I've seen this.
I mean, that's very similar.
I've seen this episode. This
Like
this
whole? Like a python?
she unhinges her jaw. And he's
whole
an entire mattress like Wario. No, it's like she picks at it, and it got so bad. Like if I remember correctly, she would like sneak into her mom's room because she had eaten so much of her own mattress.
I mean, that would be kind of convenient, though, right? You're asleep, you like wake up a little. You're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
I'm a little hungry." You just reach down, pull a chunk of your mattress off, and just eat it.
Well, it's like that. It's like that episode of Seinfeld where George gets I think it's like a recliner that has a mini fridge attached to it. It's the same thing, but like he opens the mini fridge and it's just like recliner cushion, and he just grabs a bit.
That'd be a good twist.
And eats it. That would be a good twist. I don't know why people like eating things.
I mean, I like eating food.
See, that's even weird to me.
Oh, okay.
I don't eat anything. I
photosynthesize.
I walk out into the sun and just lay down naked for an hour every day.
And then I'm good.
One time I went over to Sam's house and he was like, "Do you want pizza or anything?" And I go, "No, I'll be right back."
I'd say, "Do you want pizza?" And he's already naked on my front lawn.
I'm like, "No, I'll be good. Just give me about an hour." There are people who do that. Didn't we talk about that on an episode?
I think we did. You can't do that is the first thing.
It's the first thing.
First things first, people cannot photosynthesize.
I think I read a story where a guy swears up and down that he's lived for 30 years without eating food, only photosynthesizing.
Well, he's a liar, so that's fine.
What are we even, like, do you have anything else to say about your people eating things?
No, she or he eats couch cushions, and that's gross, and don't do that. People fart into those. You're eating farts.
Maybe that gives it extra flavor.
Oh, this one's a juicy one. This one's got some Coke stain in it. Yum.
What if you were over at someone's house and you were
I didn't know him that well. Like I
but
just
you knew him well enough to where you're fine with like farting in front of him, and you farted on the couch, and he goes, "Get up, get up, get up!" I gotta eat it while it's
unzips
fresh.
the cushion, goes, just starts eating the cushion.
Gotta eat it while it's fresh.
I would leave immediately.
I think I would leave, and while I was driving home, just drive off a bridge. I don't think I would want to live if I watched someone eat a fart-filled couch. Oh God, that's
What's your next one?
oh God, that's funny. My next one, it's just titled Pony Play. Now I've seen this episode too. I think like even in their like title sequence when they're like "Welcome back to My Strange Addiction" or whatever, they show this woman. Nicole 31 is addicted to pony play, a form of costume role play. In her words, you become an animal mentally and act accordingly. So, furries, this is like the next step. This is beyond just putting on a fursuit and being like, I'm an anthropomorphic animal. This is putting on horse equipment
and pretending to be a horse
and horse costume and face paint and horse ears and saying, I'm a horse now and I'm going to prance around my yard. It involves dressing up as a pony, rolling in hay, eating celery, which, I mean, that's at least food, so.
Yeah, they're not eating couch cushions.
Neighing and being groomed, training, and carting. For me, this is probably the biggest source of happiness in my life, reveals Nicole. And you know what? Good for you.
That's sad.
Oh. I was going to say, if it makes her happy, that thing, that is completely... That's one that I can like really say I don't understand it, but I can get behind it because it's definitely not hurting anyone else, and it's definitely not hurting you because you're just eating like celery and stuff. You're eating food. Now, do I understand it or do I like it?
No.
Maybe. I haven't tried it yet.
I haven't tried it.
What if I'm just like I'm scared that one day I will. Maybe not even specifically.
You'll dress up like a horse and you'll be like, this feels right.
Something about this. This feels
boy.
right.
This is the most joy I've felt in my whole life.
Holy shit.
That would be a terrifying experience.
I always thought that this lady was crazy.
Now I feel bad for Nicole.
I don't know. Again, it's one that, it doesn't seem...
I'm watching a video for my next one, and I can't look at it anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't really have anything else to say about pony play.
I just wanted to say that I was... the website I'm using has like YouTube clips under each of them, and it was just auto playing, and I'm so disgusted by it.
Well, I am done with pony play. I feel like we can move on.
Next one, snorting baby powder.
Huh.
Now, okay, whatever you're imagining is wrong. What I've been watching is she takes like a whole spoon and just starts shoving it on her nose.
What the
she's dumping it in bowls and like doing this and like
upending it on her face,
puffing it into her nose.
I would imagine I feel like we already know a way to put white powder into our nose. Like they've already streamlined it, like literally. Like why do you have to make it more complicated? There was a whole decade that this substance was like the thing to do. Like why not snort it like you would cocaine,
yeah,
not Coca-Cola.
Do a line of talcum powder.
Take a debit card, make a line, take a straw or roll up a dollar bill and just snort it. I don't know why I'm getting so upset with the way she's snorting it and not like the fact that she's snorting baby powder.
If you're picturing it correctly, you should get upset.
Yeah, from what you said, she's taking bowls or spoonfuls of baby powder and just upending it into her nose or onto her face, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one. I like the smell of baby powder, so I feel like I know how it started for her.
Here's the thing. I mean, I think I'd heard about lawsuits about talcum powder causing cancer, and I just like did a quick Google
A
search,
cursory search.
and apparently there is some studies that show that it can lead to cancer. So stop doing that.
I mean, it's like smoking cigarettes. If you really like it and you want to do it and you know the risk, that's up to you, I guess. It's still crazy though, like that. And again, like I think I know where, like how it started, because like I said, I like the smell of baby powder. Would I ever inject it into my body in some way? No. But
Okay.
someone has such a bad day that they're like, I just really need baby powder, and they go,
Do you have any other eating ones? Do you have like maybe a drinking one? Or are you done with that?
on this list, no. The other two are pretty different and
Because
weird.
my next one is drinking nail polish, and I feel like that's close enough to where we need to get it out of the way.
I want to throw up just hearing that.
That's
Oh
horrible.
God, what would that taste like? Would it kind of have like an alcohol-y taste?
Oh,
Not like a whiskey, but like just like straight isopropyl alcohol taste.
I
Because
don't
that's
like
what it
it.
smells like.
Yeah, that is what smells like.
Would it be like drinking hand sanitizer like that? Because
Ugh.
those smell similar.
Yeah, that's. Don't do that.
There's
Don't
no
do that.
way it
Don't do any of
tastes.
this.
There's no way that tastes good.
I mean, I guess to this person it does.
It's an acquired taste, she says,
Yeah.
as she pours a giant bottle of ale.
She unscrews the top and upends it into her mouth.
I think I would just cease to exist. Like, I wouldn't fall over dead. I would just blink out of existence.
Okay.
If someone
What's your
did
next
that.
one? Because my last few are much juicier than these.
Okay, this
First
one
one.
is addicted to inflatables.
I've seen that episode.
Okay, Mark 20 is in a relationship with 15 inflatable animals.
Yep.
He watches TV with them, bathes them, kisses them, and takes them out swimming. Despite this, his relationship with inflatables is not sexual. Is that just what he says? Or is that, like, true? Because I don't think that that's true.
I mean, does he go out with it in public and people are like, "You think he's fucking that inflatable?"
You think he's fucking that shark?
I don't know. I'll
Do you
take his
think-
word for it.
Okay,
right now.
okay, wait. Now, do you think that he has 15 inflatable animals and, like, one blow-up doll that he does have for sexual activity?
Absolutely not.
Are you sure?
No, he's gonna be having. If he is having sex with them, it would be one of his like
Animals.
pool floaties.
And they are all pool floaties. He's like cut off the handles of one of them because I guess that he's making it more ergonomic.
Yeah.
better to hold, I guess.
Yeah.
Mark turned to inflatables when he was 14, explaining, "My mother really wasn't there for me when I was a child. The first time I hugged my inflatable whale, I actually started feeling all the love and compassion that I never got from my mother." That's really sad.
Shit.
Now I feel bad. Now I feel real bad, Mark,
Why do you feel bad?
because I feel bad for him, like as a person.
Well, yeah, of course.
And Mark, if you ever want a hug from a human, I'll give you a hug, buddy. Just wait till like the 17th when I'm cleared from the health department. I'll give you a hug, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm not like, I won't judge.
Yeah.
Maybe
no
a
judgment.
little. Maybe a little. Maybe if we hug in a neutral zone where there aren't 15 inflatable animals looking
What
at
if you
me.
hug him and he smells like a pool floaty?
What if he hugs me and he's like, you feel just like a pool floaty, and then he like tries to grab my ass. I'm like, whoa, Mark, this was just a hug.
I don't know.
He probably would smell like a pool floaty, or like you would if you could distill his smell down, and then the smell of a pool floaty down, and then mix them together like 50-50. That's probably what he smells like, and that's what his pool floaties smell like.
Probably.
What's your next one?
Smelling a baby doll head. While many of the strange addictions involve eating, drinking, or otherwise ingesting something unhealthy into your body, this person has an addiction that isn't an immediate health concern, but that doesn't make it any less strange when she rubs a baby doll head named Susie Q across her face all day long.
just rubs it like you know how you apply lipstick or lip balm. You're just like rubbing it like that on your face.
I don't know. That's so strange.
If she likes the smell of it, why not just like rub it on that like little flat part under your nose? Just go.
Maybe it's not to do with the smell. Maybe it's just she likes to rub a baby doll on her head.
That has to be like a childhood thing. Like as a baby,
she did that for comfort, and now she has to do it.
It's like you know when I was younger, my mom would like run her fingers through my hair. So when I get nervous, I like mess with my hair a lot. You know, I don't like eat it or smell it or anything.
Or rub a baby doll on your head.
Or like hug a pool floaty. I just run my fingers through my hair.
I mean, I guess that's it, right?
It's got to be. Now, like that one's understandable, and like you can. It's really fun to think about. At least for me, to think about the moment.
What am I hearing right now?
Are you hearing something?
I'm hearing something. I think a video is playing on my...
Oh, I was like...
Yes, it is. Okay, I was like, what is happening? Is there a ghost?
I started looking around my basement to see if anything was making noise. It's always fun to me to try to figure out, like, the moment that these people developed the addiction.
When their psychosis began.
Yeah. So that one is like really easy. I like to, and they always do. They always say like, you know, it started when I was 12 and I looked at a lawn chair and I thought that looks really yummy,
and then I started eating it,
and I ate it.
But what's your next one?
I don't really.
You don't have any more?
No, I do. I'm just like I don't really know. I haven't read the article attached to it yet. Addicted to her hairdryer.
Okay. How so?
Perhaps one of the most dangerous addictions. Okay, did not know that. 31-year-old Lori is addicted to sleeping with her hairdryer on, which she sleeps next to for up to 8 hours a night. The addiction has caused Lori physical harm, where one night the blow dryer had just attacked her. How did it and it caused multiple blisters. Another time it caused a carpet burn when it fell off of the bed, face down into the carpet, and burned a hole right through it. I don't think that's what carpet burn... I don't think Entertainment or 9.com knows what carpet burn is.
Yeah, carpet burn is when you rub your arm on a surface like a carpet.
And it inflames.
Yeah.
It caused a carpet to burn is what they should have said.
Yes.
And it burned a hole through the carpet. Lori's 3-year-old daughter also struggles with addiction to sleeping with the hairdryer on, which is a major concern for Lori. Then, why?
Then stop.
It's really easy to stop a kid from doing that. You just don't do it to them anymore.
Okay, here's the thing. What is it about it? Is it the heat?
Is it the air?
There's a way to fix this. Either A, it's the heat, and you just get a heater, and you have it blow on your face or whatever. 2, it's the noise. You get an air freshener. Boom. If it's both, you get a heater and an air freshener, and you put them on top of each other. And boom. Now you're not going to burn your house down.
Well, then you've just made a hairdryer. Then that's all you've done.
But hairdryers aren't meant to be on for 8 hours.
No, they're probably only meant to be on for 30 seconds, or
a
probably
minute at most.
A couple of minutes.
I don't think that's safe to just have this.
Well, no, I would imagine it gets hot.
Well, they said it burnt a hole in the carpet.
It burnt a hole in the carpet. I don't see how her bed didn't catch fire if it's that hot.
Fell off or whatever. I don't know.
And the fact that you're it's not an everyday situation, but leaving something plugged in that long, especially something that requires power like that could start an electrical fire.
Yeah, it's not safe.
I knew someone whose house caught on fire because of an iPhone charger. So I'm at a loss for words.
Well, let's not worry about it. Do you want to share your next one?
No, that one was mine.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly mention it. I think we've talked about it before, and I
Okay.
think everybody who knows what My Strange Addiction is knows this one.
Okay.
So we're just gonna hit it real quick, and then I'll move to my next one.
Okay.
The lady who eats the ashes of her husband.
Oh God. Yeah, I think we have talked about that one.
I think
before.
everybody's talked about this one because it's kind of cannibalism.
I think it technically is.
It is, but it's not like she's making steak. A mamwich, so to speak.
A man witch. There it is. That's just I just like that one I feel bad for because when you try to figure out, and I would assume like when you figure out why she does it.
Well, this wasn't a childhood one.
No, she wasn't like eating grandpa's ashes out of the urn first and then said,
Oh, well, I got these ashes here.
might as well make,
Might as well take a little nibble.
might as well treat myself.
Yeah.
You just know the origin, and it's really sad and it's really disgusting. So you just feel bad on every occasion.
Yeah. But my next one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Drinking urine.
I want to throw up.
Yeah.
Oh God, my stomach just turned. How can you be addicted to that? Like, I think is that on my list?
She drinks about 80 ounces of her own urine daily.
That's got to be on my second list. That's just so.
Oh my God! It's so much worse. It's so much worse.
Wait! Did you just say 80 ounces daily?
Of her own urine daily, brushes with it, and even bathes in it.
I almost threw up just then, Sam. I'm not lying.
Oh
I
my
almost
God.
threw up just then.
Picture a 53-year-old woman bathing in her own pee.
Stop.
It's like the scene from The Shining.
Stop. Oh God. Whew. That's bad. Like in every way, that's just horrible.
I wonder how pee tastes.
Well, I have heard if you're ever in a survival situation, which is the only acceptable way for you to drink piss is when your life depends on it. Now that I'm done yelling, I've heard when you're in a survival situation that, you can only really drink the first time you pee because because it's waste. There's still the
Think of it like a coffee filter.
Yeah, you can't reuse a coffee filter. You use a coffee filter once and that's it,
What's your next one? Because we're about to wrap up here.
Mine, my second list doesn't.
Give me your top one on the next list.
My top, like my best one?
Yeah, the craziest one.
Oh, let's see. The craziest one. Now this one is pretty crazy. I've seen this before. Nathaniel is in a serious relationship with this car chase.
That's my number one.
That's your number
one. So we'll
one?
just make this the last one.
Okay. That's a crazy... I've seen a video about this.
Uh-huh.
This dude...
It's hilarious. I know it's bad to say that, but... just the way it's the way they film it and stuff.
Well, they make... Like, even through the filming, they make him seem like he's crazy.
Yeah.
They don't even hide the fact that they think that he's crazy for doing this. They use music stings to make it seem like a horror movie, like whenever he kisses his steering wheel.
Yeah.
But it's just it's not even like the inflatable thing. Like, this one is sexual. He loves this car. And he's talked about doing horrible things in and on and with this car.
While thinking about his car.
Or while thinking about it. I The funniest part.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I mean, I've looked at my car and there's nothing there.
And from what I've seen, from what I saw, he in the episode tells his dad about it.
Mm-hmm.
And his dad shows up and he's like in disbelief. He's like, what? You do what with your car?
You're doing what?
You've done what in your car multiple times? And he's like, where did this come from?
Did I do something wrong? I think he said
I think he said that. And he goes, like, is it my fault? And it turns out that, like, the dad wasn't the best father during childhood. So for some reason, he attached to cars. But not even, like, the same way that, like, I have friends who are, like, car guys. They're like, oh, look at that Mustang or whatever. But I don't think they think about those cars sexually.
No, it's not. It's like how a cool giant robot is cool or something.
It's, like, radical. But I don't think I've ever wanted to fuck Optimus Prime.
I mean,
it is Optimus Prime.
Let's not speak too fast.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let's slow down.
It's just...
Oh, God. Here's the lesson to be learned from all this.
Yeah.
Think long and hard before you have children. Make sure you're going to be able to be there for them and not neglect them where they end up in love with cars or with pool floaties or need to dress up like a horse. Or
also be in that sweet zone so when you die they don't eat your ashes. So like don't care for them crazy. Don't be like a helicopter parent where they like worship you
and then they sleep with like your stuffed taxidermied body.
Yeah, just be like a good parent.
Be a good parent, and don't just spit these kids out for no reason.
Yeah,
this is how this happens.
and here's the other lesson, because that's a great lesson. Here's the other lesson:
don't eat things that aren't food.
That's a good second lesson. Third lesson: there's so many lessons to be taken from.
There's a lot of lessons to be learned.
Third lesson: think long and hard before you go on national TV. If you do something weird. Like, everyone has a thing where they're like, that's a little weird that I do that. You know, of course, some are going to be weirder than others. Like, sometimes I'll you know, say a joke to myself and laugh out loud, and I'm like, why am I doing that?
Yeah.
But, like, if I were to, let's just say, have a romantic relationship with my Honda Accord, I don't think I'd go on national TV.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't seem fake. I guess it could have been, but...
It could be, but here's the thing. I wouldn't even do that, like, for it to be presented as real.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
that's a good point.
Like, I would... If there were a movie and someone were like, okay, in this movie, you are... your name is, like, Bartholomew, and you are in love with your car. I'd be like, okay, because this is not me, of course.
Yeah, that's not you.
And even if they were like, okay, you're playing this character Nathaniel, like, to be recognized as the guy from the reality TV show who fucks his car, even if my name wasn't Nathaniel, I would be like, this sucks now. Like, I can't even go to McDonald's without people saying, ew, you're the guy who fucks his car.
Okay, let's wrap this up. What happened today?
Oh, yeah. I almost closed out of that tab. Today, of course, is August 10th. And today in history, in 1960, the Los Angeles premiere of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho came out, starring Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. So Psycho premiered today. Great movie.
I feel like that's kind of related to what we've been talking about.
Yeah, because people are psychotic.
Yeah.
I feel like you could see like a Norman Bates type character. Maybe minus the killing, like this guy's mom died and now
I've got my taxidermied mom.
Well, and he likes to dress up as her.
Yeah.
And you'd see that on My Strange Addiction. It's I don't think I've ever actually seen Psycho.
I don't think I have either.
But it's like, it's one of those that it's so popular. It's like one of those movies that you know what happens and you know the story and everything.
Yeah, of course.
And like the twist, so it's like, if it's ever on TV or if it's ever put on like a streaming service, yeah, I'll watch it. But there's no reason to seek it out or pay for it.
Yeah. I guess. I haven't seen it. I don't know how good it is.
It still could be really good. It's still going to be good, but
it's Alfred Hitchcock,
fun
right?
Fact, I think Psycho was the first time a movie had ever shown a toilet flushing.
Is this an actual fact?
I think that's an act. Like I know
we
do the lying
thing.
Me. I know we do the lying thing.
Yeah.
But that I don't think is a lie.
Interesting.
Now here's a real fact that's definitely not a lie, since we've already broken down this segment that we do. Originally, it was gonna be, that Norman Bates was just a weirdo, but his mom was a killer. But the reason they changed it was because Alfred Hitchcock said either the mom's not like a character, or I'm playing the mom. Like, I want to be the mom, he said.
Oh, okay.
And he put on a wig and he would run around stabbing people. In real life, of course. And he'd say, look at how good I am at being a crazy old woman.
And then he'd cackle.
And then he went, ha, 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 ha. And then they said, Alfred, you kooky character. You can't do that. And he said, fine. Then the mom is dead all along. You got a fact?
I don't know if that's entirely true. But what I do know is true is that when the the famous scene where the shower curtain gets pulled back. Yeah. He was actually going to have like those funny Groucho Marx glasses with the nose and the mustache.
Instead of being, and then, the second draft was, instead of dressing up like his mom,
he dressed up like Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx roams the halls of the Bates Motel. Well, Norman Bates was going to be like the original Michael Myers, where they just took Will Shatner mask and spray painted it white. They were just going to put Norman Bates in Groucho Marx glasses with a big nose and say, this is our new horror villain for our franchise that we're making.
Yes.
Groucho Bates.
That would be very scary.
It both would and wouldn't be. Like, he wouldn't be intimidating, but there's just something so...
There is something kind of creepy about it.
Well, it just makes him feel more insane, that he thinks that, like, that's either a good disguise or that's intimidating. But it's like, it's so unintimidating that it becomes intimidating.
I guess I get where you're coming from.
I don't know. I guess I would have to be being killed by someone with a Groucho Marx glasses and nose to see if my...
I guess that's true.
To see if my hypothesis holds up. But yeah, that's what happened today. Let's move on over to your holiday corner, and then we'll close this out.
It's August 10th, like Trace said. And today is a National Duran Duran Appreciation Day.
Duran Duran. The band's so nice they had to name it twice.
Yeah.
With such hits as... And... I really don't know what... I just know of Duran.
I don't know.
Duran.
I just know the name. I just know that they exist. And I'm appreciating them now.
Now I appreciate them. Let's see.
I'm appreciating them.
I'm going to say some songs and you tell me if you've heard of them. Hungry Like a Wolf.
No.
Hungry Like the Wolf.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah?
Before we start, I just want to tell everyone up top, this is going to be about 20 seconds of Trace saying some random jumbles of words, and then I'm going to say no, and then that's going to be it. And that's
the whole bit.
So let's do that now.
Ordinary World.
Nope.
Save a Prayer.
Mm-mm.
Come Undone.
No.
The Reflex.
No.
Girls on Film.
No.
The Wild Boys.
No.
A View to Kill.
No.
And that's it. That's the bit.
Okay, there we go. Hope you guys like that.
Hope you like that, where I said a song and Sam said no.
And I hope you like the show, because now it's over.
Because then that's it. And that's the whole thing.
And we don't even have the outro or anything. It just cuts.
It just cuts right to the end. No, but thank you all for listening to From Our Perspective. Of course, if you know anyone who you think would like the show, share it with them. Word of mouth is the best way to spread this thing around. And we'd appreciate it. Also, if you have any ideas for a topic, let us know, and within reason, we'll talk about it. We always like to include the audience if we can. If you'd like to give us a rating or a review on your podcast listening app that allows ratings or review, we'd really appreciate it. Good, bad, or otherwise, we'd love to hear from you. Also, if we're not on an app or a hosting platform that you would like us to be on, let us know, and we'll try our hardest to get on there. We'd like to make it as easy for you to listen to our show as we can. You can always follow us on social medias at FOP_pod on Instagram and Twitter. And on Facebook, you can find us at From Our Perspective. I do want to give a quick shout out. We have started a new show. We talked about it last week. It's called The Elevator Pitch. We're really proud of it. We've got some good feedback so far. If you'd like to listen to it, give it a listen. Again, you can find it on the Apple iTunes store right now, and Stitcher. Just look up The Elevator Pitch and you'll be able to find it.
Coming to Spotify soon.
Other than that, we post the podcast every Monday, and we will see you next Monday. I've been Trace.
And I've been Sam.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.